Today we are going to review everything that we have learned in Module 3 so far. Let's take a look at number 1 on your review packet. It says, in which equation could the number 7 replace the question mark to make the equation true? So here you have a couple of choices. What you need to do is you need to put 7 in for the question mark. So then the first one for letter A, it's saying that 9 times 7 is 54. If you're not sure about that, you need to go ahead and write your 9s down. So now we need to count by 9 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times would be 63. So 9 times 7 is not 54. It is 63. Next we have 49 divided by 7 equals 7. Well, if you're not sure, let's write our 7s down. So let's count, see where 49 is, and let's see how long it takes us to count by 7 and get to 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That took me 7 times. So that is a true statement. But let's take a look at the others. Letter C says 30 times 5 equals 7. Well, that doesn't really make sense because I should have a bigger answer instead of 30, and I have 7. So we're going to cross that one off. Next one, 24 divided by 3 equals 7. Well, I wrote down my 7s already, and I don't see 24 on my list, so that means that that is not true either. So my answer is B. Let's take a look at number 2. It says a baker made 222 muffins. He sent 180 of the muffins to a local hotel. He put the rest of the muffins in boxes. Each box can hold 6 muffins. Which equation can be used to find B, the number of boxes the baker will need? So here we have multiple choice, but I'm going to pretend that it's not there, and I'm going to solve the equation on my own. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to draw a tape diagram. From the first sentence, I know that he baked a total of 222 muffins. The next sentence tells me that he sent 180 of the muffins to a hotel. So I'm going to write 180 in the first box and hotel underneath. It says that he put the rest of the muffins into boxes. The next sentence says that each box can hold 6 muffins. So I'm going to draw another tape diagram to represent the boxes. He says 6 can go into each box, but I'm not sure how many boxes he's going to need. But I'm also missing a component on this second piece of tape diagram. I don't know how much were left over after he gave them from the hotel. So what's going to be my first step with 222 and 180? I need to find the difference, so I need to subtract 222 minus 180. Go ahead and solve this one on your own. Pause the video while you work and replay when you're ready to move on to the next step. So 2 minus 0 is 2. I cannot do 2 minus 8, so I have to borrow 1 from the hundreds. So 2 becomes 1, and then I'm going to bring back a 10 to the 2 in the 10s I already have, so now I have 12. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is nothing. So that means that the baker had 42 muffins left over. So I'm going to put that in my piece of tape. So now I have the second part. 42 muffins are being shared into groups of 6. So what math operation am I using here? I'm going to need to divide 42 divided by 6 in order to figure out how many boxes he's going to need. So what is 42 divided by 6? Write your 6's down to figure this out. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. So 6's are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So how many times did I have to count by 6 to get to 42? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So he needed a total of 7 boxes. So now let's look at our choices. Which equation did I use in order to figure out this problem? Think about what you did first. What did you subtract? Then what did you do next? We divided. So which of these choices shows that we subtracted 222 minus 180 and then divided by 6? Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. So the choice is letter A. Let's take a look at number 5. It says, what number goes in the blank to make the number sentence true? So first I have 12 times 2. What is 12 times 2? Well, write down your 2's in 12 times. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. So 12 times 2 is 24. So I am looking for a number that's going to go in this blank to equal 24. So let's take a look at the parentheses. We know we have to do those first. So 2 times 2 is 4. Then we need to multiply something by 2 and add it to 4 in order to get to 24. So lucky for us, we have multiple choice. So what we're going to do is just guess and check. So if we put 12 into the box, 12 times 2 would be 24 already, plus another 4 would equal 28. That does not work, so I know that A is not my answer. Let's try 10. If I put 10 times 2, that equals 20. Then if I add 4 to it, I get 24, which is what I wanted. So B is a choice. Let's check the others just to be sure. If I put 20 times 2 plus 4, 20 times 2, I need to think 2 times 2, which is 4, add the 0 at the end, and then add 4, and I get 44. That's not what I want. In fact, I noticed that as I increase my numbers in the line, my answers are also going to increase. So I know that 24 isn't going to work either. Let's take a look at number 9. It says that Jerry had 23 farm animal stickers and 17 sea animal stickers. He used all of the stickers to fill an 8-page scrapbook. He put the same number of stickers on each page. How many stickers did he put on each page? So the first thing I need to do is draw a tape diagram. If I look at the first sentence, it says that he has 23 farm stickers and 17 sea animal stickers. I'm not sure what the total amount of stickers are yet. It says that he used all of his stickers to fill an 8-page scrapbook. So that means I need to draw another tape diagram, and since there were 8 pages that he used, I'm going to divide my tape diagram into 8s. Again, I am not sure how many stickers he had in order to put on those pages. So what am I going to have to do with 23 and 17 in order to figure out how many stickers he has altogether. I'm going to have to add. 3 plus 7 is 10. I'm going to write the 0 and carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So he has a total of 40 stickers. So that means he's going to take those 40 stickers and he's going to put them on 8 pages. So what math operation am I going to use with 40 and 8 in order to figure out how many stickers are going to go on each page? Since he is sharing them equally, I'm going to have to divide. So what is 40 divided by 8? Write your 8s down to figure out 40 divided by 8. Then you can make your selection from the multiple choice. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. So I have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So how many times did I have to write my 8s down until I got to 40? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that means my answer is A. Let's take a look at number 10. We're going to look at the first part first. It says Katie received a sticker each time she picked up her toys. She placed some of the stickers on page 1 of her scrapbook as shown below. So this is what I need to look at. Not really sure why my pen did that, so let me erase it so I can make it a little bit neater and easy for us to read. So here's page 1. Write numbers in the blank to show 2 multiplication facts represented by the array of stickers on page 1 of her scrapbook. So first I need to take a look at how many are in each row. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7's going to go first. Then I need to figure out how many are in a column. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So my first factor set is 7 times 4. So what is 7 times 4? Count the smiley faces, or you could write your 4s or write your 7s down. I'm going to write my 4s down. So I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28. That's 7 times. So 7 times 4 is 28. Now another way to write it would be just to change the order of the 2 factors. So 4 times 7 equals 28. Now let's take a look at the second part. It says that she placed the rest of the stickers on pages 2 and 3 of her scrapbook as shown below. Complete the expression below to represent the total number on pages 2 and 3. So what I need to do here is I need to look at how many smiley faces there are in one row, and that would be 4. Then I'm going to take a look and see how many smiley faces are in this other row. That would be 3. So first what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to add 4 plus 3. Now I'm going to take a look to see how many are in a column. So I have 4 on page 1, and then I have 4 on page 2. So that's going to be what I'm going to multiply by. So if you think about it, when we just broke it apart from the first set, we had 4 times 7. So we broke apart 7 into 4 and 3. Your assignment is to finish the packet and show Mrs. Drum your work. Next, you will need to get the Tuesday review, week 2, that is on the bookshelf. Make sure your name is on it and turn it into the turn-in tray when you're finished. If you don't finish the review before the class time ends, it becomes homework. See you next time.